Okay, here we go. Oh, come on. Yes. I'm trying to psych myself. Oh, fuck.
And it all dissolves.
There we go. What's going on, guys? Menthol here. I'm just letting you know I'm so tired right now. I'm on the verge of falling asleep. I closed my eyes for like 4 seconds, and when I opened them, they were like cross-eyed because I was so close to passing out. I don't know why. It was just a long day at work. My leg is hurting. I wanted Alec to be in this video. He has a headache. He's not feeling good. It's just not a good household right now. But I'm gonna work through it because I'm not a fucking pussy. I'm not that big of a pussy. I'm kind of a pussy, but I'm just gonna fake it right now like I'm not. Alright, if we just get that out of the way. So, on my last video about weed, that sounds so fucking lame. My last video about why I don't smoke weed, someone left in the comments section named Chronic Awareness, which I will say is an amazing YouTube username. Chronic Awareness. I really like that. They said, what about shrooms? What's your take on magic mushrooms? So, for the longest time, I don't know about you guys, but I was always intimidated by mushrooms and acid. When I took acid prior to, I guess, this past year, I was on like Xanax, so I wouldn't have a panic attack. And then mushrooms I had never tried up until like a year ago when me and my roommates just got a hold of some and we took them often. But I was always so terrified of just letting go and just realizing I was just on mushrooms, and that's why I never took them. I just knew in my head I wouldn't be able to handle it, or I thought I wouldn't. And that seems to be for the majority of people. A lot of people hear about the freakouts on mushrooms or on acid. It's primarily about mushrooms, so we'll keep it to that. And just a disclaimer, I'm not trying to like promote mushrooms or anything like that. I just am sharing my experience. But yeah, I was always intimidated by it because you'd hear those horror stories of someone who took mushrooms and now they're just perma-tripping and they're weird and they have a bad trip and it was scary as shit and they had a panic attack, they had to go to the hospital, all this stuff. That's all you ever hear about. It either goes amazing or it goes horribly. And that's a risk that I was not willing to take. So, when the time came and Alec had mushrooms, I ended up taking like a gram. And for the beginning, like the first hour before I even took it, my hands were sweating. I was so nervous, but I was like, you know what? I'm at home. I'm with my best friend since I was born, like someone I can trust who's not just gonna leave me hanging and just end up, you know, scaring me or whatever. So I was like, okay, if there's any place to do it, this would be the place. And I always wanted to try it. Always, or at least experience it once. So I ended up taking the mushrooms, and I know a gram isn't crazy or anything like that. A lot of people take like an eighth or a half-eighth, but I ended up taking it and it was awesome. We were laughing our fucking asses off, like constant laughter. We turned on YouTube, we were jamming, and I remember we were downstairs in like our guitar drum room, and I was playing the same chord over and over and over. And Alec, I look up from my guitar, and there's like this weird painting in the room, and he was playing snare, bass, hi-hat, like just over and over and over. And I hadn't noticed until like 5 minutes went by, and he's just staring at this painting, playing this steady beat over and over, and it was the funniest thing. So yeah, I mean, for my first like time taking mushrooms, it was awesome. It was awesome, and all the times after it were awesome. But I think it's because I was in like a good place. And I wasn't, you know, I didn't have shit to worry about. I didn't have any deep thoughts on my mind that would give me a bad trip. Some people, I understand, just aren't meant to take them. Like, that's just the way it is. And I thought I was that person, and I'm sure a lot of other people think that. But I tried it, and it was pretty fun, and I got a lot out of it. I know for a lot of people, microdosing helps with depression, and Alec kind of worded it perfectly. He said that it was kind of like taking your brain, say your brain is a sponge and it's all this shit in it that is just you're holding on to, and it's like the mushrooms just take your brain and just squeeze it all out, and you like start fresh the next day. That's kind of what he compared it to, and I have to agree, because for like the next week or two or month, I felt like I was like glowing. You know, I wasn't holding on to different shit that I always constantly think about. I kind of just let a lot of shit go. It was nice. It was cool. It was therapeutic, and also in reality, it felt like I was just super high for the first time, and I got the giggles, and we were just laughing and having a good time. It was sweet. It was really sweet. I haven't taken it for a while, but the plan is simple. If you guys ever watch Ludwig on Twitch, the plan is to go to Arizona. My cousin is getting mushrooms somehow, hopefully, and we're going on this sunset cruise that my aunt got, and we're gonna take mushrooms and just enjoy the fuck out of it. That's the plan. Who knows if that ever comes to fruition, but that would be fucking awesome. As far as the legality goes with mushrooms, I don't really have an opinion on it. Part of me wants to just say legalize it. Who the fuck cares? Like, let people do what they want with their bodies. But I feel like I'm not experienced enough and don't know enough about mushrooms to give you guys like a great point on that subject. I just don't. I'm like an amateur when it comes to mushrooms. LSD, on the other hand, is a different story. Mushrooms, yeah, I don't know. I don't know it well enough. So, but it would be cool if everybody took mushrooms. I feel like this whole year has been like such a growing process, especially like this past summer, hanging out with the roommates and work, and you know, we ended up taking acid and mushrooms, and I just feel like I learned a lot about myself and my values, and even doing YouTube, like what I want to do with this channel and just stuff like that. I feel like it kind of compartmentalized? What the fuck is it called? Compartmentalized. Why does that sound so weird? I feel like I was able to Dude, I feel so stupid. Compartmentalized. That sounds so weird. I feel like I was able to organize my thoughts and organize them in a way of highest to lowest of what I want to do with life, and you know, just be okay with who I am. There, I said it. So I hope you guys had a great day, and I will see you guys on Friday. Someone asked me to make a video on like how I started working at the nursing home and all that stuff, so I don't know if you guys would even want to like care about that, but if you do, I guess let me know in the comment section, or if you have any more questions, just leave them down there and I will make them in a video sooner or later. So, okay, see you on Friday. Bye.
Pulling my thoughts apart, I'm pulling them on real hard, and rough my whole left arm. I knew you would play that card, cooler than ice cream cart. We're melting the whole damn park, carving our names in bark, carving our names in hearts, and live on the same old street. I've been here for 3 whole weeks, and you don't have any excuses. I've been up your sleeve, you got me pink and cheek. I didn't wear pink this week, your message is making me squeak. And if I can recall, you said in spite of it all, we still be chill in the fall. And no, it's not our fault for finding our hearts so tight. I think that you were right, I shouldn't have just left on my bike. I should've just not your threads with mine. Put on your coat, let's stay dry. It's only spit until 9. It's only spit until 9. Not your threads with mine. Put on your coat, let's stay dry. It's only spit until 9. It's only spit until 9.